Laurent Leduc is almost 8, but has the motor abilities of a 6-month-old. It took years to figure out what went wrong, and just as long for his parents to stop blaming themselves.
When you have an handicapped child, you feel guilty about it, even if it's not your fault, because you always think, maybe I did something wrong.
Laurent has cerebral palsy, a neurodevelopmental disorder that impairs motor abilities. Doctors couldn't explain why it happened until a couple of years ago, when genetic tests revealed chromosomal abnormalities, a possible genetic link that surprising research suggests could be more common than anyone believed.
Are you able to wiggle your thumb at all?
Cerebral palsy has long been thought to result from brain injury during pregnancy or childbirth. But that didn't explain why it occurs in normal pregnancy and deliveries as well. A new Canadian study may shed some light. Researchers in Montreal and Toronto tested 115 children with CP and found at least 1 in 10 cases likely has an underlying genetic cause. 10% of the cases were found to have large chromosomal abnormalities. Abnormalities that could help explain the cases that have no obvious explanation.
The big question has always been, what makes some children resilient? Or the contrary of that question, what makes some children more susceptible? So the answer may very well be in our genes.
Genetic testing of children with CP is not common, precisely because the risk factors are considered largely environmental. But given their new findings, the researchers are calling for genetic testing to be a routine part of the CP diagnostic process that could begin during pregnancy.
They may highlight an infant that's at risk for cerebral palsy, and that may call into play different interventions or monitoring during pregnancy and labor to minimize this risk.
As for Laurent, his parents have tried every form of treatment and have turned to social media to help finance his care. The genetic test didn't change anything, but it did give them knowledge.
I still have to feed him, I still have to change the diaper and everything. But at least I don't feel guilty anymore.
No matter what the cause, kids with cerebral palsy still need and benefit from rehabilitation therapy. But researchers hope the discovery of a genetic link could also lead to medical interventions that could improve a child's outcome even more. Joanna Brumiliotis, CBC News, Toronto.